Australia in with a shot here. It's been 18 years since Australia have defeated New Zealand in a cup final. We're going back to 2002 Brisbane. So Australia coming in as heavy underdogs here against those out of New Zealand. They have been the two form sides all weekend long. There's no doubt about that. And now they square off for the biggest prize in Canada this weekend. It's go time at BC Place. New Zealand kick off and go right up the middle looking for Dixon. Australia get up, knock it back. Maloof fields it, now spins it away. Mickelson causing some issues for Australia there. And after all that, Sam Grove-White says we're coming back to the mark. And it will be an Aussie feature, the scrum.
Yeah, I think there was a little knock-on from Tim Mickelson as he went down to pick that ball up. Long time between drinks.
Good balance.
I was actually at that final.
Good balance.
On the wrong side.
On the wrong side, yeah. Still hurts.
Crouch.
The words there of former New Zealand Sevens captain Carlton Anna.
Bind.
Four-time World Series champion with New Zealand.
Set.
Turner starting this one.
Stop.
Long bottom on the bench. Aussie coach Tim Walsh keeping New Zealand guessing. Lockie Miller very nearly opening up New Zealand with his first carry. New sub caught him. Turner short side for Anderson. Delaying the switch for Hutchison. Finding it back over the top for Holland, who rips it wide and connects with the captain, Maloof. Stutter step from Maloof now. Finding Anstey. Banging his way down the left-hand touchline. Good carry. Anstey. Dixon over the top. Chasing the turnover.
Not on ball first.
Pinged
ball down.
at the breakdown. New Zealand. Australia penalty.
Your hands down, pass the ball first and then raking it back was the call from referee Sam Grove-White. Nice injection, good passing too. Furamori Karoi gets bumped off. Good start, Aussie.
Holland over to Turner. Anstey pods up here with Anderson. The two youngsters. New Zealand over the top. Nenasatoro looking for the steal, can't get it. Turner. Holland, New Zealand's line speed is good in defence. Miller trying to get away from Mickelson. Not many are able to do that. Karoi climbs in at the breakdown. Holland. Long build up here from the Aussies. Anderson over for Maloof. Maloof straightens. Now Maloof needs help. Gets it in the form of Lockie Anderson, who comes motoring onto it. And Australia will lead by 5 early.
I actually wonder how many times this guy scores first in Australia's games this weekend. Seems to be every single time. Real feature of their players, their fast starts, and they get one in the final. Nick Maloof, he's been very dangerous. He's always able to get that ball away, and then is offside up front. Lockie Anderson.
Leading try scorer in Vancouver this weekend. Louis Holland, no problems with a chip shot. When he add to that tally, New Zealand get to handle the ball.
You talk about New Zealand being able to control the pace. Well, Aussie have actually done that. Now the restart, what have they got?
They go tricky. Here it is with Holland now. Turner lays it off and he goes deep and launches another one of those trademark booming restarts down a Revolvo. Hutchison's chase is good, but he can't affect the first up tackle. Now Revolvo
backwards.
Loose out the back. It's playing on, and now Scrappy. And here with Australia, Maloof spun to the ground by Revolvo, cleaned out. Still, Australia dominating with possession. Miller needs help. Dangerous ball for Turner. He sends it back to Hutchison. Holland sending him straight. Up rush. New Zealand, they can't make the initial stop shot. Back they come second time round. Great tackle, Karoi. Hutchison. Short side is not the place to be on that occasion. He's isolated. Maloof there, though, to help secure for Australia. Anstey adding his weight. Gets low now, and it will come back to the men in goal. New Zealand called out of that, and now the penalty.
You can't handle that.
Too many players on the deck for Australia. So just reset here. Pressure came on for New Zealand. The pass as well. New Zealand haven't had one yet. In the story in the first 4 minutes, which is flown by.
Let's go, please.
Louis Holland this weekend becomes Australia's most capped sevens player of all time, and he takes it midfield here. Goes out the back for Miller. Loose across the deck for Maloof. Turner. Joshy Turner backing himself here, delaying the switch ball for Hutchison. In turn to Holland. Having a look. Now floating over to Anstey. Anstey holds his line. Anderson helps out and cleans out well. Maloof. Holland. Miller again. Losing his feet, and Australia just keep stringing these passes together. Really patient stuff from both sides. New Zealand not biting at the moment. Seeing who snaps first. How about New Zealand getting done on the outside? We're coming back. Oh, Joshy Turner was gone, but I think his feet have caught the chalk. Craig Evans was right on the spot. That's a huge call.
Unfortunate. Joda Vovo. Oh, yeah, just there. No. Good call, Craig Evans, right on the money.
No.
You just feel, too, if Aussie get another score there, they would be tough to ping back.
Hold time's off.
The passes, they've dominated. They're controlling the pace. 35, have not seen a stat like that against New Zealand in a long time.
New Zealand in, and then we'll put time on.
Just the one try against, though. That the uptick for the #1 seeds here. Dixon, super grab at the top, pulls it down. New Stub, floating across the park, beats Maloof. New Stub, trying to connect here, gets it to Dixon. In turn, comes back to Mickelson. Long bottom on the park and jamming in there on Nashu, which created the room on the inside for Revolvo. He takes a couple with him. What's left in the Aussie tank after having all that time with ball in possession? They're now going to get it done in D. New Stuff across the park for Dixon. Dixon, Hutchison just gets him. 5 from the line. Karoi, Nashu, Mickelson and Revolvo out wide. They surely score here. They do. It's Revolvo making it a 2-point game.
This is where they're so relentless. This All Black Sevens team. Joda Vovo was the one that got it started initially on the right-hand edge with their bullocking run from the big #4, sets it up, and they get quick, clean ball after the Dixon set up on the far side. Nashu just engages the defence and long bottom, which creates the overlap.
Well, Revolvo can breathe a big sigh of relief after doing just enough at the other end of the park to get Turner to touch. And he swings of fortunes at the other end of the field. 7-5. This will be our final play of the first half. Up the middle, towards Miller. Dixon loses his feet. A scrappy penalty.
You've run into the man. You've run into the man.
There's a couple of these this weekend.
Run into the man.
There's the one to get up slow. Both players.
Time off.
Ball, yeah, it's,
Lockie Miller not looking 100. Australia need him at that and a little bit more to try and put away New Zealand. Lockie Miller really has been a revelation, particularly these last 2 tournaments. He has well and truly found his feet in the world of sevens and is one of the more dangerous players on the circuit already. Holland straightening, switching here with Longbottom. Longbottom trying to get through. Maurice Longbottom into the backfield. Longbottom, V. Karoi. Longbottom, 10 from home. Checks the run, gets it there, Longbottom. Deep into injury time in the first half. Maurice Longbottom opens up a handy lead here for Australia.
But watch it here from the tap. Louis Holland sees the mismatch. They want Maurice Longbottom on a forward, and it happens to be Sam Dixon in the middle where the forwards normally mark up. Now, footwork-wise, that's always a mismatch. That's what makes the hole, and Maurice Longbottom feels Vuramoni Karoi coming just a little stutter step to get him over the line. Great recognition, Australia.
The conversion is good too. And at the break, it is Australia, surprise leaders in our gold medal game over New Zealand. They were up by 9. Which of these two sides is more likely to have more in the tank late?
Well, that's a really good point, Shawnee. Australia have done what many teams can't against New Zealand, kept the ball for 5 solid minutes, accruing the passes, but that takes a lot out of both teams. I think Australia using their bench wisely. This next score is crucial. Australia get it, then they've got a real chance against this very impactful, physical, imposing New Zealand team.
Game on again. Holland looking for Malouf, needs it to check. It goes out on the fly, says Craig Evans.
Ball across the plane of touch.
And we're going back to halfway. Free kick, New Zealand. I'm Sean Maloney alongside me for the next 7 minutes. Former New Zealand Sevens captain Carl Tanana, and a golden chance here for the Aussies to climb the series standings.
Oh, prime opportunity for them. Can they keep their composure? Because New Zealand loves to strike from these opportunities.
New stuff. They are the masters of the set-piece play in New Zealand. Nashu Hutchison gives him a yard and has to really scamper to catch him, but then hits him high.
Mark's here.
Quick from Karoi. New stub. New stub. So dangerous. New stub beating a couple. Andrew New stub goes under. Another high tackle this time round from Longbottom. Losing it now.
Time off.
We're coming back. Sam Grove White. Double taps. The whistle. What's he got to say?
Wait, yeah, no, we're going to just put the AR here. Let me tell you what I've got. I've got tackle, high tackle by 11 Australia.
Right,
okay. I just think it might be in the active scoring. What do you think?
Definitely high tackle was going there.
Yeah.
That's a penalty try. I think that's what I think. I think
yeah.
If he made a genuine attempt at attack.
I think it's not a penalty try, but it is a yellow card offence. Thank you. It's not a penalty try, but it is a yellow card. High tackle. It's not a penalty try though.
Maurice Longbottom is off for the next 2. New Zealand.
Yeah, 5 here.
From the line. High tackle, the call against Maurice Longbottom and New Zealand.
Mark from the 5 here, fella.
A lot of teams have chosen to scrum here, so they've got the whole field to deal with, but New Zealand decided to go to the tap.
Mickelson restarts. New stub dummy and going right through. They bought it on the outside, and you don't go presenting Andrew Newstub with those kind of opportunities. He converts. 14 plays 10, and it's an easy shot from in front for Karoi.
New Zealand only take 5 seconds to take full advantage of numerical one-man overlap that they do have. They hold on Karoi. The overbite, and then Newstub makes them pay.
These two teams met last week in Los Angeles. It was a tight one there as well. New Zealand just getting home. They're on a 9-game win streak against Australia, trailing here by 2. 5 to go. Sending the restart a touch deeper. Turner hit hard by Dixon, and now the work at the breakdown is excellent. Turner picks up. You can't do that. Josh Turner, and it's here now with Roka Lasoa. Looking for back-to-back scores with Longbottom still off the field. Miller over the top, gets a good shot on. He now gets nailed for going off his feet.
Time off.
And it's getting a little fiery, as you'd expect, between Australia and New Zealand.
Time off. Time off.
Nothing wrong with caring about
5.
for playing for your country.
5.
Oh, no.
You're slowing the ball down after the penalty. It's a yellow card offence.
This is for slowing the ball down.
Just wait.
Down to 5 Australia. This is tough.
New stub. Nanai Satoro, hands across the line, should do it. Revolve vault for try number 2. It's an easy put down, and New Zealand go in front by 3.
I just had a feeling pre-tournament this New Zealand team were primed after last weekend's effort. They've come here with a purpose. They've come here with an accuracy. They've come here with a simple game plan, and they executed it at the moment.
Yeah.
Andrew Newstub coming in, grabbing the ball and looking for the extra 2 with Bananas right, and the difference stays at 3.
Australia get 1 man back, so they're back to 6, but the Yellows, YC, the right-hand side, it's been a telling story in this final.
Maurice Longbottom re-enters. 7 on 6 still. New Zealand with 1 man up. Oh, that one goes over the hands of Maloof. Did he get a touch
Ball
on?
down,
He
please.
didn't. So
Ball
it'll
down.
be an Aussie line-out throw. And that clock keeps ticking, which will help the Aussies.
There's no
Still
quick
a long
one.
time, 3 minutes, only a 3-point lead for New Zealand. So by no means over this final.
We learnt last week,
Time off.
you can be up by 19 in a gold medal game, and that on occasion
4
still
and 8,
isn't
please.
enough. With
4 and 8.
South Africa nailing Fiji in extra time.
The man of the moment coming on for New Zealand, Caleb Clark. The substitute Joda Vovel, the dual try scorer in this final.
Anderson at the back, now comes forward. Good work off the top from Anderson. Wide here for Peach. Turn goes to Davies. Gets to the outside, Rod Davies, but then the scamper back from Clark is good.
Onside 2.
Down by 3. Still down a man. Longbottom across the park. Straightening here for Anderson, who needs help. The repeat effort's good. It's scrappy. The breakdown. New Zealand infringed, though, and Australia should take their time here. Get the extra man back on the park. 7 on 7. It is again. We've got 2 to play.
Interesting to see what Australia do here. Do they go to the sideline set piece? Or do they try and keep possession? Because I've had hardly any of Nicholson's hurting, as you'd expect at this end of the tournament.
Holland looking to make it a real grind late here. Australia towing ahead here for Miller. Clark goes back. Miller v Dixon. The bounce going towards Miller. He picks it up. Lockie Miller now, he needs help. Australia arrive in time. And now the penalty goes to Australia. Holland desperate for it. New Zealand not releasing the ball on the ground. And now Dixon's gone for the remainder of this one.
Must come back around. Just wait. Wait, off the field, please.
Well, this must be for the same thing as Lockie Miller, I assume. Slowing the play down, that's all I can think it is.
3 points the difference. Australia down, but upper man here, Longbottom. Longbottom losing his feet. Longbottom bounces up, goes again. Finds Holland. Holland floating it long and over the top. The pass is forward.
It's amazing what pressure does to great players. Holland had numbers loaded. He had a try begging to be scored. Longbottom causes a confusion in the middle. Draws in 1, 2, 3 defenders. And a forward pass.
Time is off. We're making a sub, yeah.
Deathly silent at BC Place right now.
Thank you.
Louis Holland, he's the master of the long ball. Slippery conditions.
Time back on.
The Polytam turf dusted with water pre-game, and it's just fizzed out the wrong way. Still time, though, for Australia. Just don't want to concede a penalty here. Longbottom pressure, and they do just that.
You're past the ball. Ball's not out.
Oh, you just got to keep your discipline in that situation there. Australia, those are the differences between taking a cup final home and not. Still got to execute at the line out. Their main exponent is on the sideline, New Zealand, with Sammy Dixon.
What's the play here, Carlton? You've got to get a man up, surely. Australia, New Zealand will commit 3 to the line out.
2 plus 2.
Australia opting for 2 when they had 6 on the park. A take here should be enough for New Zealand to hang on. Up goes Anderson, outlet. Was that straight? Yeah, it's play on. They bang it up towards the 22. Australia need to get a shot on the ball. Maloof from the side. New Zealand will hold on.
Playing the half back.
There's a full-time siren. And it's 10 straight wins for New Zealand against Australia. And this one will bring gold in Canada. They did it here in year one. 4 years later, New Zealand do it again in Vancouver. They are number one. Players not required this weekend. The Garvey play still kitted up. And as is trademark following an All Blacks Sevens gold medal win. They will offer up their own hug.